On today's video, we'll be talking to Sam Carter from SJC Property Development and SJC Building Services, learning lots about what Sam in the family business is doing right now. Welcome to Property Insight. I'm Neil Harding.
And I'm Mark Ashworth.
Sam, welcome to Property Insight. Introduce yourself, tell the audience a little bit about what you do.
Sure. So yeah, thank you guys for having me here. My name's Sam Carter from SJC Property Developments and our sister building company, SJC Building Services. We're based in Cambridge, and effectively what we do, we have our building company where we do lots of residential builds, and also we have our development company where we buy assets in, which is SJC Property Developments, and we use our building company to add lots of value to the properties that we're buying.
Great stuff. So do you do, as well as your own projects, do you do projects for independent people or other investors, or how does that look for your business?
Yeah, so we do help a lot of people now, not just in Cambridge, but also nationwide. In the Cambridge model, how it typically works is we effectively work with people, so we look at the funds available and we say to them, right, we've got these different types of deals available, and we can either help you essentially build it out with our own build team and work on it together and do a JV, or we can find you a deal and then you can go off and do it by yourself, and we just charge a deal sourcing fee to be able to do that. We're that busy, we then, if they go down that option, we can't do the build for them. We can help them and give them the contacts, but we're that busy, we can't offer our building services for them as we're focused on building our own developments up.
What projects are you working on right now?
Sure, so yeah, it's a really exciting time. We've just completed a 6-bed HMO right by Adam Brooks Hospital, which is absolutely fantastic. We hit our clientele market, we've got doctors in there, it's been brilliant, huge success. Now that one's finished, we're moving on to our next one, which is in CB4 area. It's going to be a 6-bed HMO under phase 1, permitted development rights, nice low risk using permitted development rights there. And then phase 2 is there's a garage, so we'll look to convert that into a studio. Once we've converted that, there's also a plot of land on the side, and we'll go for a second dwelling or a huge large extension on the side to either make it into a 3-bed property or a much larger HMO. Again, obviously as we go up in the phases, the risk builds up, but also so does the GDV, and of course, the equity, and makes it a better deal. And that's one of the projects we're going on. As well as that, we've also just got our offer accepted on another property in CB1, where it'll be an 8-bed HMO, and then also there's a plot of land where again we'll go for a title split and build a second dwelling on there.
HMOs in Cambridge, is that a primary strategy for you that you're focused on?
For sure. We really want to shake up the HMO market or co-living market in the Cambridge area. We feel a lot of the landlords probably brought their properties when they're actually studying here at Cambridge and probably haven't seen them since, so they need a little bit of TLC. So we're coming in, with new energy, new blood, and want to buy either existing HMOs that need a lot of TLC, or mainly properties that we can add a lot of value to by converting them into HMOs in the prime spots, utilising permitted development rights, so it's really quick and easy in terms of conversion times, because typically we can buy one, we can convert it in 3 to 4 months, and then we can refinance again after 6 months, so that's our strategy.
So let's just talk a little bit about permitted development rights, just to make that clear for people. So in Cambridge, we're a non-Article 4 area, which basically means that you can convert under permitted development without planning permission any property, any C3 class property, into a 6-person HMO.
Yeah.
So it's important to mention the number of people is the important factor here, not the number of rooms.
Yes.
So 6 people in a HMO, shared accommodation, you don't need planning permission to convert that.
Correct.
That then changes the class use to C4, which is essentially any number of people up to 6 in a HMO.
Yeah.
If the rooms were big enough, let's say, and you wanted to put couples in the room and you wanted it to be for 12 people, for example, you'd need to go through a planning application in order to get that.
Correct.
And that would change the class use to what's called sui generis class use, which is of non-particular class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just to be clear. So Cambridge is quite good for the fact that you can do these conversions, quite simply and straightforwardly, depending on the size of the property. In your experience, do you think that HMOs, like co-living HMOs, where you're making them more boutique style, are more suited to smaller numbers of people as opposed to maybe 12 or 13, let's say, or what's your thought process on that?
Definitely. I think there's an optimum sort of number that you can try and reach. But I think it's about giving them the experience, and this is what we're trying to really incorporate into our properties and be the standout landlord. Our goal is to be the best landlord in Cambridge. And it's going the extra mile. So for example, in one of our HMOs, you know, we've given them all bikes. So it's slightly outside of the city centre, and therefore they can bike in. We give them a lock, the helmet, the lights, and you know, it's their responsibility then to look after that bike. But it's fantastic because, you know, they can get into the city centre. Also as well for the neighbours absolutely love it because you're reducing the impact. They haven't all got cars because of that very reason that we've given them bikes. So it's just trying to think outside the box. And you can do additional lighting features. We're all about storage because in HMOs, most people, you know, bring their whole lives with them effectively, and therefore in all of the bedrooms that we create, we always look to try and maximise storage by giving them full bespoke wardrobes, storage under the beds, creating different features within the walls and looking at how we can maximise the space, you know, over the staircases. All stuff like this is how we try and become the best in Cambridge and give that added value in our properties.
So tell us about the building services side of the business.
Sure, so the building service side of the business is predominantly run by my father. He's been in the building industry since the age of 16. He's worked his way up, become a foreman at a very young age, working throughout different parts of the UK, a lot in London when he was a little younger, and this has really built up his knowledge working in shop fitting, all different types of graded building, conservation areas. So this is why we've got such a wide range of building knowledge available to us, which of course helps when you're doing developments, which is absolutely fantastic to have at, you know, our fingertips. So typically we do a lot of residential high-end extensions, you know, wraparound 3-storey conversions, but everything from small, you know, bathroom fit-outs to kitchens, and everything in between basically. So it's a family run company. So we've got about 20 to 30 subcontractors that work with us on a daily basis. We might have somewhere between 5 and obviously the full team there at all different stages throughout the building processes. Also my brother is involved more on the property development side, and also Ryan, who's Matt's partner. So it's fantastic. It's a very small family company on the property development side, which is absolutely amazing to work together. Of course, it has its challenges. It's not easy, but it is good, you know, keeping it all in the family and be able to grow together. And it's so exciting looking at deals and coming up with different strategies and, yeah, obviously building that legacy together.
Sounds amazing. I know you're a keen networker and you're a mentor for people that are doing HMO strategies and want to achieve similar things to what you've achieved. For people watching who want to get in contact with you, what's your contact details?
We're on all social medias. It's SJC Property Developments. You can find us on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. And if you'd like to email us to find out more about our course or mentorship and how you can get started, how we can help you raise finance, it is info@sjc.properties. That's it, nothing else, no.co.uk or .com.
Thanks, Sam. That's been amazing. Thanks ever so much for joining us. If you've found that insightful, please do comment, like and subscribe to the channel. We look forward to seeing you next time.